Oh, hi. You caught me in my easy chair knitting. I'm working on socks for my grandmother. Pardon the boys. They are loud today. You know, I've had a lot of folks ask me just how I knit socks. So I'm going to show you. At least the toe cap anyway. Okay? Let's hightail this into the table and I'll get you started. Okay, we're back here at the table. We got some yarn. We've got size 8 needles, so y'all can figure out how to do this. Don't mind Big. He's mad because I told him he couldn't be over here being a ham. We take our needles. Usually... Hey y'all, we're back at the table. Don't mind the boys. They're not in the best of moods today. Anyway, we've got size 8 needles. These ones here are size 3, which is usually sock size. But because of the fact that I can't really see what the heck I'm doing, and I'm looking over the top of my camera, we're going to use size 8 and worsted weight yarn. So y'all can see how I do this. I hold the yarn, would you shush? The whole deal with you being up here is you have to be quiet. Sorry about Big. We hold them together just like this, making sure our cable is off to the side. We put this over this way, so we've got our extra yarn on this side. We've got a loop, and then it connects to our ball. Okay? So what we're going to do is, nope, put that on there wrong. It goes the other way. We've got the ball going on, the extra going off into the sunset, and the ball over there. So then we got to cross it. Okay? You see that I made it cross at the back. A little X right there. And I hold the yarn like this. Okay? See how it's looped around? And then we go up and around here. And then up and around. And up and around. And up and around. And up and around until we have our cast on. So we'll go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. 6, 7, 8. See, we've got 8 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 cast on. So what we do next, don't mind the big old knot. Yarn barf happens. And it happens to everybody, so don't let anybody tell you that it doesn't.
4, 5. Good job.
Okay. Now we turn our work. So the tail is down. So the tail's pointing off into the sunset and the ball's over here. We take our tail and wrap it around. So we're hanging on to the tail with our cast on. Okay? Can you see me? We pull out the bottom one. Bring it around. Slide it through. And knit. This is our base row. And this is the most fiddly row until you get to the sock heel. We knit on across. In just a second, and I'll show you how to turn your work.
Do you want to waste this
Okay, we've hit the end of the row. Drop this needle. Pull this one up a little bit. Turn. Pull our work through. Push it up on this needle. And see how our tail is now over here. We pull this one on the bottom. Stick it up through. And we continue to knit our base row.
What is that?
So we have cast on and knit our base row. Don't mind the kids, they're hooligans today. Especially the big one.
Uh-oh.
Give me just a second here.
No. We see. Oh.
Big will find any way to get into these videos, so. Okay. We've made it to the end of the first row. Now, when we turn here, and we pull it through, and push it all back up onto the needles, this right here is the fiddliest part, because it's so tight and so small. It's really, really hard to get back up onto the needles, but it's gotta go. The whole reason it's gotta go back up on these needles is because we gotta tighten it up, because otherwise our sock is gonna be all wonky. And it'll feel funny. Once again, don't mind the kids. I got a family full of hands. Anyway, it's fiddly. It's a pain in the butt. But once it gets up here, you'll pull this and it'll make everything tighten up. That's your tail. Pull on your tail, it'll tighten everything up. So now I gotta fight with this to get it up here. I'll see you back as soon as I get done with that. Okay, I finally got it walked up there. So you see we have our tail, we have our ball, and this is what we look like on the back. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's what it looks like on the back. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys. Shush! I'm going to show you guys how to increase. Okay? Shush! Big acting up. Big is acting up. Sorry for Big acting up.
Sorry, Bobby. This mommy to the country keeper.
We put it through the first loop. And we knit one. And then we put through knit front back.
Check it out, Bobby. They got a spray crazy.
This is tough to get the back part.
Well, this is the best soap you ever created. Got to be success.
Haha, caught it. We knit front back. We knit across. This is the reason I don't knit American. I knit Continental. You probably cannot hear me over Big Mouth across the table. And then we go to two before the end, or one before the end. We got the end and then this one. Knit front back, knit one, turn your work.
What is that? So, it's a bucket.
Turn the work. Pull it up on the needle. Shush up.
I'm coming to your rescue!
He's pretending to be Super Grover again.
No, Bobby, it is not. Super, this is 2.0. Now, Bobby's to be Papa.
And then we turn our work, knit one, knit front back.
Now, ultra story.
Like I said, I don't knit this way. I knit the other way. I knit Continental, which is this way.
Ultra story.
I crocheted for years before I started knitting, so it's more natural for me to be this way. And then we knit front back. And knit one. Turn our work. Make sure they're both up on the needle. Both sides.
It's a plate.
So every other row we are increasing a knit front back on either side until we have all the stitches we need
Okay.
on a toe cap. This is a very wide one because my grandmother's got some very, very wide feet. It will look like this eventually. That's how I knit sock toes. If you stick around for a little while, I'll show you how I knit the other ones. The other parts. Okay. Yeah.